Okay, so here's the first scramble. So for first block, I decided to go for this white-red first block since there's already a solved edge and there's this pair here and the other corner is just over here, so I can just insert it. You can also go for white-orange since there's already a pair here, but this edge placement is not very good and I already tried it. It was 8 moves. The best I could do was 8 moves. So yeah, I just decided to go for white-red as the first block. So what I did was I wanted to insert this corner first over here so I can make a square over here. But if I insert it using UR2, it will break up the pair. So what I did first was an R prime to put the pair at the bottom so that it stays preserved when I do the UR2. And then D prime to finish off the square. Just insert this pair using a U prime B. And that's first block and 6 moves. The DR edge is here, and you can insert it using a U prime R2. But I saw these two pieces, which can make a pair. So just to make it easier for me to track the pieces, I decided to solve the DR edge using RU2R, which just puts the two pieces over here, which I can pair up like using an M move like this. But for this specific case, you can actually just pair it up using R wides like this, and just insert it like that. But I decided to use an M move for whatever reason, and just pair it up like this. But it is better if you use the R wide one because there's no M move regrip or anything. And then these two is just rotationless, just always rotationless. So here we have, for CML, we have H, since headlights here, and headlights at the back. And you recognize from these 4 stickers. So I actually know 2 algorithms for this, but since I'm facing from this specific angle, I decided to use this one, like that. For LSE, for EO, we have 2 bad edges on top and 2 bad edges on the bottom. And the 2 bad edges on top are adjacent to each other, so this is 2A2. And since the LR edges are over here and over here, this is stacked 2A2, which is solved like this. To reduce it to stack 3-1, which you solve like this. But you will have to do misoriented centers for 4C, so there's that. You can still use DFDB recognition for misoriented centers, so do a U2 so that it's ready for the M2 insert. And if you look, these two are the friends, and because they have the same top sticker, and this is matching, meaning after I do the M2, I'm gonna have to put this other friend that's not in the M slice to the front over here. So after the M2, I'm just gonna have to do a U, and then just do the normal raising the dot. Okay, so here's second scramble. So for first block, I decided to go for the yellow-red first block since there was already this edge attached. So here's the other edge, and here are the 2 corners. There is also already an edge attached to the blue center, and actually while reconstructing the solve, I did find a better first block for yellow-blue, but I'll go over my first block first. So what I did was I decided to solve this corner and this edge first to create a square over here. So I did that by doing a U to put this corner over here, and by doing an L, it basically solves these two so that I can do a D prime to make my first square, like that. And inconvenient that this edge is flipped, but I just decided to solve it normally like this. So that was first block in 7 moves, but there is a better first block in for yellow-blue, which is only 6 moves, which, okay, that's like 1 move less, but still, I might as well show it. So, here is the cross edge, attached edge, corner, corner, and then here's the other edge. So what I did was I want to make a square over here first by correctly orienting this edge, which I can do by doing an R prime to put in the top layer, and then inserting it again by doing a U R2, like that. and then solving first square by doing a D, like that. And by doing that, it puts this edge over here, which I can just pair up with this corner using a U2, and then inserting with an F2. So yeah, that's just 6 moves. So yeah. For second block, for the DR edge ended up over here, which I can solve like this, which actually creates this pair that I didn't see on time, so I just did R2 and then inserted normally. But ideally, you would have done R prime, U2, R prime to create your second square, which, to basically insert your pair at the same time with your DR edge. But I didn't see it on time, so I just did an R2 and then insert normally like this. And then we have this pair at the back, which you can pair up like this. And then solve it like this. For CMOL, we have an L case, and you can recognize it from these 2 stickers and these 2 stickers, but technically from this specific angle, you only need 3 stickers, these 2 on top and this one in the front. So it's just this one. Like that. For LSE, for EOLR, we have 3 badges on top and 1 badge in the bottom, so that's 3-1. And since our LR edges are over here and over here, that's bad 3-1, which basically the way you solve it is just solve 3-1 normally and then just deal with the LR edge later. So just solve it like this. And then to solve the LR edges, it's actually the MU to M prime special insert, which before doing that, you can do DFDB recognition to basically predict 4C from this state. So it's kind of hard, but basically these 2 are the friends, and from experience, I know that by doing MU to M prime, it'll put this friend on the M slice down here in the DB position. So since these 2 stickers don't match, I know that after doing MU to M prime, I'll have to align the corners. So these orange corners, they have to go here in the orange side, which since these 2 match, this corner stickers and this one, I know that after doing MU to M prime, I'll have to do a U afterwards. So the sequence is basically MU to M prime, U, and then I just need to track where this other friend goes. So MU to M prime, U. And since it went to the front, and basically it's diagonal from this friend in the DB position, it's in the UF position. So it's like diagonal like that. I know that I just have to do the normal raising the dot thing. Like that. Okay, so here's the third scramble. So for first block, I decided to go for the yellow-blue first block since there was already this pair here. There is also this other pair here, and I didn't see it earlier because I had limited inspection, but there is actually a better first block for yellow-red using this pair, but I'll go over my first block first. So here's this pair over here, and here are the 2 edges. And here's the corner. And what I did a D prime first to pair up this pair, and to also put this edge here, so that when I put this pair in the bottom layer using a B prime, it will solve this edge, and I can just do a D to make for square like that. And I can just solve this pair using a U2 R wide prime F, like that. At least, I think the good thing about that first block, even though it was 1 move more than the yellow-red first block, which was 5 moves, is that it at least preserves this pair. So I think it would have led to a better second block. But here's the other first block, for those wondering. So this is the yellow-red cross edge. Here is the pair, and then this is the corner. This is the edge of the back over here. So you do a D prime first, which solves the cross edge, and to make first square, it's just insert this pair at the back using a B. And by doing that, it puts these 2 pieces over here, which you can already see could be paired up like this. or like this, doesn't really matter, but yeah, and then F2 to insert like that. So that's just 5 moves, but anyway, for second block, here's our DR edge, which we can insert like this, and as you can see, it preserves this pair over here at the back. And basically, here's a tip to know if you can immediately insert this pair while, okay, so this is like, you can insert this using an R2, right? Here's a tip to know if you can immediately insert the pair while doing the R2. So basically, if the side color of this pair is the same as the center, it means that you can insert the pair while inserting the DR edge. So in this case, instead of doing an R2 and then just inserting the pair normally like this, you can instead do an R, U, R, like that. And it creates second square, like that. So, yeah. Anyway, the last pair is over here, which you can solve like this, rotationless. For CMLL, we have T-case. So you can recognize from these 2 stickers and this sticker over here. So it just goes like this. For LSE, for EOLR, we have 1 bad edge on top and 1 bad edge on the bottom. So this is 1, 1. And since the LR edges are over here and over here, this is UF opposite 1, 1, which you can solve like this. To reduce it to an adjacent 3, 1, which you can also solve the adjacent 3, 1, but I just decided to solve it like this without misoriented centers. Basically just treat it as bad 3, 1. So to solve the LR, you could just do U2 M prime. And since this is a non-cycle, what you do is you match this edge with like the center, like that. Not like this. You can do that, but you will have to inevitably do another U2. So to save a move, just match the center with the edge, and just do, to solve this, just M2, U2, M2, like that.